If you're not using AI tools in your roofing business, you're missing out. I'm Adam Sands, CEO of the Roofing Business Partner. Today, you'll discover AI tools that can grow your roofing business, even if you're camera shy.
It's important to understand the direction, the outcome of AI in a general sense before we get into the specific sense on roofing. If we're looking at how AI is going to be in less than 5 to 10 years, we have to understand that AI will shop for you, which means it's going to shop for your customers. Like being the middleware between the purchase and AI is where the opportunity is. And we have to be ready for that middle ground. When you say my roof is leaking or my roof looks old, it's going to say, according to your finances, your banking app, you don't have the money to pay for a roof, but you could afford $200 a month. There's a roofing company that's offering $200 a month for a metal roof, and your size of your roof is this much, and they could have it installed in 6 weeks. If you'd like, I can apply for the financing for you. That is not as far away as you think. So if you don't think someone's just going to order a roof from the AI agent without ever choosing a brand or talking to a salesperson or even going to a website, then you're missing it. And that's why we want to talk about AI tools that can help your business grow. If you're terrified to be on camera, this is a tool called InVideo. I want you to see how easy it can be. So if I come into ChatGPT, I can say, generate me a script for Roofing Pros that discusses the value of having assistance in filing your insurance claim with the help of roofer who knows the claims management process. So I'm taking this script. I'm going to go generate my video. Now what this does generates like a faceless video. It's going to generate the audio. It's going to generate the B-roll footage, and it's basically going to make like a short.
If your roof has been damaged by hail, wind, or a major storm, your first instinct might be to call your insurance company. But before you do that, pause. You could be making a costly mistake. Filing an insurance claim without the help of someone who knows the claims process can cost you time, money, and peace of mind. That's where we come in. At Roofing Pros, we don't just fix roofs. We manage the entire insurance claim process from start to finish. Why? Because we've seen too many homeowners underpaid or denied simply because their claim wasn't filed correctly.
I don't care if you're an employee at a roofing company or you own the roofing company. If you're not using these tools, it's crazy because there's so much power in it. And I'll take this another step even further. I'll talk a bit about the voice thing. One really awesome tool that you can use is this tool called 11 Labs. So in 11 Labs, if we hop in here and I go to conversational AI, I go to agents. So if I come in here and I go create a new agent, I can put in here a sales agent. So I'm going to give her a name, Natalie. So the initial setup of this is quite simple. This is where it gets difficult. So there's a few components that are required to make something work, which is when you have an incoming call, it's very easy because then you can say what the first message should be. But when you have an outgoing call, it's a little more difficult because now you have to try and have context as to why this agent is calling. This one here is like, okay, what is our personality? What is the environment? What is the tone? What is the goal? Now, when it comes to taking a call, then you get into something called dynamic variables. So basically being able to say, hey, I want to create a new variable, which is their address. So it could be like 43 Brown Street. So if you're calling them, you could say, hey, pull this variable, which we would change to address, but then it could outbound call and say, hey, I'm calling about your estimate on 43 Brown Street. So you can also fetch and collect data and then also be able to add it to HubSpot using that. There's something else that you need to know about, which is called RAG. Retrieval Augmented Generation. And basically that is the knowledge base that makes it know what it's supposed to talk about. And so all that is creating what's called a vectorized database. Like AI knows every word that is in the Constitution, but it doesn't know what your HR policy is. So if you're going to try and make something for your company, you have to add things in that is about your company. You have to add your own documents. So you can add URLs, add files, create text. Then what you can do is you can give it tools to work with. So you can give it the ability to talk to other stuff like a CRM. That's something that we're building. So this is a little sneak peek into what we're launching in May. We've got some successful executions on this. So essentially it's a series of workflows that happen. So when a new contact is created in HubSpot, it takes the address from the client, so the input into here. Then what it does, it essentially takes the address and converts that into a key, which then allows you to go and say, all right, we're going to go and find this house on Google Maps. So it's got to turn the street view to look at the house. And then what it does is it converts that to image. So it takes the picture. That's what this does. And then it goes to OpenAI and it says, hey, analyze the rooftop color of the house and give me an array of what that is: door color, roof color, and stuff like that. So then it basically allows us, it says, hey, just confirming that this is your house. So before it makes the outbound phone call, it has to fetch that. Now what it's doing is then it uses 11 Labs as the voice, but it uses Twilio to make the phone call. But it attaches to your agent, which has your knowledge base. And then the next thing that it does is it goes into Arrivee and it's releasing appointments that are within 30 minutes of that Google pin up here. So when we get that address up here, if we have someone in 30 minutes, then suggest those appointments. If we don't have somebody within 30 minutes, then book it far enough away from any other appointments that we have a chance to build a cluster. So to do that, just to revisit what tools you need if you want to use something like that and have it be actually useful, is that you need to connect it to your HubSpot to cause that triggering webhook. That's why there's a lightning bolt up here. So that's the first tool, a webhook from your CRM. Then a Google Cloud Services to pull the address. And then you need to use OpenAI's vision mode to look at an image and describe it. Then take that description, insert it into this agent, and then it's using OpenAI to essentially tell this voice agent what to do using the knowledge in the knowledge base. So that's why it uses 11 Labs. But 11 Labs by itself can't make a phone call. So then the other tool that it uses is Twilio to make the phone call. And then finally, what it does is it has to interact with Arrivee. That's the other tool. And then it will book the appointment. So this is what we're launching in May. And the whole idea is to get the inside sales to have a relationship of 1 to 3. And that's how you use voice. I think that the biggest thing that is really exciting for me is, how do we make it so we show up? How do we make it so that we're recommended by AI? You can just say, hey, I want to know about this. And you could do the deep research. You can just go to Perplexity. I'll share with you guys what these searches look like. I am looking to get my roof done. I live in Syracuse, New York, and I need to find the best roofer to replace my 15-year-old roof. Please find the best roofers and some information on pricing. And when you click this deep research button, it basically does the 15 Google searches for you, and it goes and finds all the information for you. It's already done searches on 20 sources. You can see right here, right? 20 sources. And so now, did SEO help you at all here? We have to be thinking, how do we empower this tool to use our websites as roofing company owners, use our websites as the basis for its research? Keep in mind, people are going to start putting in more information here. I want to use GAF. I want to do this. Or it might ask them, what type of shingles do you want to use? So of all the companies there, it's showing us Mellow Roofing again. Mellow Roofing came up here. Number 1, RBP Climb, by the way. And then you go Mellow, then you go More Info, and then you hit Foam. And now you're phoning the company. We have to be thinking, how is search going to be impacted and what are we going to do? We can't count on people coming to our website.